All right, welcome back to another video. This video is me trying my best to break down your 1040 tax return so you can understand like how it works, what is in it, why sometimes you get a stack of returns. All right. So we are Leapers Connect Consultancy. We are business consultants and tax professionals. And this is the reference for the diagram that I have in here. I was pulled from this site. All right, so let's take a look at this. So the 1040 or the 1040 tax form is like a spider, like a spider's body, right? So the body of a spider would be the 1040. It's 2 pages. And in order to put the information in on the tax return for the spider body, um, you would have additional attachments, right? So this is a 1040, but the information from the 1040 would come from other forms. So let's say you're self-employed, that self-employment income information would come in to the 1040 from a Schedule S, E, or Schedule C, right? So just imagine the 1040 is the spider's body, and then you have spider legs. And instead of the spider legs going out, they're coming in. So you have the different forms or schedules that would provide information, that you'd get information, you put information on, and then it would be entered on the tax return. So that's why most times you see a stack of papers. That's what it's for, right? I'm gonna quickly run through it, the different types of, you can pause the video to see what the different options are. But a notable mention here is a Schedule C, which is the profit and loss for your business. So the income and the expenses from that would go into onto a different schedule and they would go into the 1040. All right, so you can always pause the video wherever you are at to see what the different schedules are. I'm not going to go through them because this isn't really a tax education class. It's just for information purposes. All right, so let's get to the dreaded 1040 that everybody is confused about. All right, so if you look at the 1040, the first parts of it, this I'm just looking at 2023. So the first parts of it, which is this section here, is primarily, let me pull my annotation out. What color is this? So the first part, so you can see the year here. The first part is just your and your spouse's information if you're filing a joint return. So over here we have the social, then we'll have your names. The primary taxpayer will go at the top. Always remember that whoever's at the bottom is the spouse, and that's how it should be every year. Your address, then your filing status would go here, whether you're married, filing jointly, head of household, single, and then if you have kids or dependents, they would go right here. All right. So if you're looking on the return to say, hey, were my children filed or all that, that's what this is. If I missed anything or you felt I went too fast, just go back and rewind and watch it again. All right. Okay. So let's go to the next section here. Let's take all this off. Let's go to the next section. So, let's take the annotation tool off. So the next part of it is income. So we are now looking at the income section. This is on still the first page of the tax return. After you've entered your name and if you have any children and all that, this is all about income. So if all your income would be reported here, a lot of it is autofill. So it'd be like summarizing certain things. But if your bank, sometimes like you're going for a mortgage, if you're going for a mortgage or you're trying to get a loan or anything like that, um, you would be looking at right here at line where it says adjusted gross income, and that would be line 11. That is your income that the mortgage institutions or banks look at, lenders for whatever it is that you need a loan for. Let's say you are going to, for whatever reason, apartment, you're trying to get a business place to lease, they're looking at line 11 on the first page of your tax return where it says 1040 under your information. If you had like W-2 income, the total of it would go here. I'm not going to go into everything on here, okay? And then if you had, what else? It's a notable mention on here. If you had like self-employment income, it would go off here. You would see it somewhere off here, okay? All right, so that's just pretty much all I'm going to go through on here. But a lot of the other figures are like calculations, totaling, and like deductions that the IRS gives. So um, I'm not going to go into too much detail to confuse you. Okay, so let's clear all this off. And let's go to the next slide. Okay, this is page 2 of the tax return. There are several pages, but the two main pages are the summary page of the 1040. And the page after the income would be, the page 2. So let's just go through this really quickly as well. Where's my annotation tool? Here. So here we go. Here, it's going to show you how much taxes you owe based on the income you provided, right? There's also a section for credits. So if you're going to get the child tax credit, it's going to be if you have children and they meet the qualifications, then child tax credit info would be here. So up there is the taxes that you owe. The child tax credit would decrease the taxes owed here. If you have self-employment tax, it would go here. Self-employment taxes is what you owe if you're self-employed, right? If you had any withholding, so the federal tax withheld on your W-2 would go here. If for some reason you're a 1099 person and they withheld taxes from your income, it would go there. And then another notable mention is earned income credit for persons who are, I'd say, somewhat of a lower income. Most times you may have several dependents. Your earned income credit, which will reduce your tax liability, would go here. There's another additional child tax credit that would lower your liability that goes here. And then if you have like children that are in college or you're in college, that's the American Opportunity Tax Credit. All right, and here your total tax credit would be entered here. And then after they do after I do all the calculations, I'll take the amount you owe from any credits that you'd get or any payments that you've made. And if you have a refund, it would be on line 34, right? And then if you owe, it would be on line 37 right here. All right, so I hope this video helps. I'm gonna let me see if there are any frequently asked questions. Let me see if there are any frequently asked questions I could think of while I'm getting this cleared. I don't think there are any frequently asked questions regarding this, but if you do, you can send me a message in the client portal chat or put a question if you're okay with your information being public on YouTube. But I would mostly recommend that you put a question in the chat and I'll answer it as soon as possible, okay? All right, thanks for watching and I hope this video helps.